It's another Drip Friday. Potter and I are going to wing it. Let's talk about the platform, the Drip Network. Welcome to the channel, to the show, where we build financial power. My name is Matt, and this is
Potter.
Welcome to the DeFi world, this degenerate world where we learn about internet money and how it works. If you're new to this channel, every Thursday, Friday, 10 Eastern, we go live and we talk about this DeFi world. Fridays, typically, we focus on this platform called Drip, something that we're both in and both involved in. Thursdays has been more of a sort of beginner thing. So slide on by every Thursday, Friday. And today we sort of want to wing out any sort of thoughts we have on Drip. Potter and I have been talking for not even 6 months now, and we started this show. We were talking around last December, and it's just been cool to see our evolution and both of our learning. It's documentation of both of our learning. So Drip, what the heck is it? It's a deflationary daily 1% ROI platform, and it's going through some changes, and that's it. We wanted today to be free, no agenda. Let's just talk about it. So how you feeling, Potter?
I'm feeling good.
Yeah.
It was good. We had so many announcements. On stream we lived through a nightmare, of wondering if Beans was going to go away.
Yeah.
But Beans is going to help fund the whole Drip thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a beautiful day.
Yep. It's been interesting. I was talking to a friend of mine who's also in the DeFi space and is a bona fide degenerate. And and I was like, dude, it's such a weird feeling that because I'm learning things, and I don't even want to say, but I'm in quite a few cryptos now, in DeFi, and being in those has now made me sort of look at Drip as like a safe bet, to be in, which is, everything can be a rug. I'm not naive, but it's just so weird to now experience other plays and to learn these other aspects and be in this learning curve that is making me now have that feeling of like, oh yeah, Drip, like that's safe,
Yeah,
so
it is
weird.
Yeah, of all of our plays, going back to when you were just getting in it, it was like, this seems super risky. Like, if I should just buy Bitcoin and hold it,
right?
That's risky. Drip is like, super risky.
Mm-hmm.
And now, because of all the plays that you're in,
mm-hmm.
Yeah, you go, ooh, that 1% a day, that seems like, ooh, that's kind of nice. I can go to sleep on that one.
Yeah, exactly. Like there are some projects that are out there like 8 billion% APY, and it's just, it's almost like you allow yourself more. Your risk tolerance is ultimately changing. Your risk tolerance changes, but I think the principles have to stay the same depending on your goal. That whatever money you put in, you better be okay with losing it. I've had a few people that have been close to me that have asked, what am I doing? They're like, what should I put in? What should I do? And I'm like, absolutely money that you like. If you'd be okay with setting that dollar bill down and burning it, same concept applies. I want you to think that it is never coming back. And if you're not okay with that, don't do it. Do not do it. And I'll be honest. I was caught off guard with one of our first shows that you and I did. I'm a YouTuber. I have another YouTube channel, and I've been doing this for a long time. So I was like, I prepared this show. I was like, all right, for the viewers, let's give them what they need. So Potter, how do you get into crypto and what should you do? And you're like, you shouldn't. And I was like, but now I'm like, yeah, it makes sense. It makes total sense that, we are not advising you to do jack.
No.
We are not advising you to do jack. And the big reason for this channel is Potter came to me and she's like, we should do something. I see us doing a show together. And I was like, well, what the hell do I have to offer? I can document my process, my learning. And because I don't see too many people out there documenting their process, and sort of showing their learning curve in action. So
No, they
that
don't.
was the whole
People
point of
just
this.
go straight in. Yeah.
Yep, that was the point of this, So, needless to say, we do have some videos coming that are like, how do you start a MetaMask wallet and this and that. So, yeah, but Drip's such a interesting platform. I'm interested to see. They have a new UI coming. Some people can't stand the current UI. Some people like it, but it's gonna be interesting to see. Does that truly appeal to a more professional audience? That it will look more Charles Schwab. It will look more traditional. You know, would that really? I mean, what do you in your head? What do you think that new UI is really
He's
going
think, he's not thinking about what's next.
to do?
He's thinking about where the puck is going.
Okay. Now you're
So
talking
he's going
language.
to where the puck is going versus where it is.
Okay.
Right. The update, nobody cares. Look at beans. Does that look like something that is worth $12 million?
Exactly. Exactly.
So he's taking the right approach, because what he's doing is he's saying, okay, let me get that professional look, so that guys, when I go out and sell this, I don't have to show them something that like has water in the background.
Yeah.
Or it looks like my kid built it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a kid, but I'm just saying, like,
Right.
I think that's going to be huge.
I think especially for first timers, for people that are ignorant to the DeFi space, if you go look at, no offense, but if you go look at baked beans, and then you go look at another platform that looks like some time has been put into it, it just visually, you're like, one looks like Microsoft Paint, one looks like there was some time actually put into it. I think at first impressions, they're big. They're big. Ultimately, what matters is the tokenomics, how the thing works, the devs behind it. But there's some merit to it for sure. But
right, and one of the things that we don't want to always do is like when you watch the story of Batman, the first movie, they always go back, oh, he's walking down the street with his parents. So we expect that you're going to go back and watch the other videos. Because we can't keep restarting.
Mm-hmm.
And it won't help you as you're reviewing those videos as well. This is where we are, because we can see not only in our own pockets how it works, but it helps us see the greater DeFi space, because we have a home base, we have a foundation to build off of. But we still go through the suffering of, am I doing this right? I was reading a book by Giselle, and everybody has the same, what am I doing? I'm not good, thing. So in DeFi or in crypto, it's different, because you're like, what am I doing? This is not good. This is probably not going to work out, because when it's going. I was going back through my numbers, Matt, and I looked, I'm like, I didn't record that today. And I was like, oh, that's right. I'd had enough. I'm like, I'm so tired of recording every day of.
Yeah.
But when that's not real, right? So you got to sit up there and go, okay, I'm just going to sit up here and wait. How can almost a great part of South America come on board with cryptocurrency? Nations around the world coming on with cryptocurrency, the US even coming on with cryptocurrency, and the prices be this low. It doesn't make sense. And therefore, important people are making sure that lost time of 10 years, they get in. And they have the power, whatever. Do I like it? No, but well, you know what? I'll rephrase that. I do like it. Because it allows me to build. And as a matter of fact, people get mad at me when I celebrate the drip price going down. Because I'm so happy when it's down, because it means people haven't found out yet.
Yeah.
Because when they truly find out, like when they found out about Bitcoin and they understand it, and by the way, Bitcoin is really starting to creep in. It's really starting to be something that people are using for payment. And that is where Forex wants to take drip, so that people who have drip, they don't have to say, let me claim they can borrow against it.
Okay.
And let me tell you, when I got into crypto and Scott talked to me about borrowing, I was like, look, I'll make money, but I'm not borrowing anything on the internet. I don't want the government knocking on my door.
Right.
Right? Like, what does that mean? How do you borrow it? But over a year, I've gotten more comfortable with it. And it's a good thing I got more comfortable with it, because some major lending institutions are starting to see the value of it.
Interesting.
So that's why Forex is, where the puck is going. He's like, okay, I built this thing for finance. The people that I impress, the people that know me are in finance. I need to make this look more like their home ground, so they will invest. And so in the end, we can make a lot of people wealthier.
Yep. Yep. So you're talking about, where the puck is, where the puck's going, that concept. And I remember one of the first questions I asked you, because I have a, I guess you could say I have a little history in stocks and whatnot. Just broad index funds is basically what I've invested in for quite some time now. So my head, I understand there's an asset, there's a company behind that asset, they produce products, and there you go, you invest in that. With crypto, I remember, and specifically drip, that was the first one we ever covered together. I remember asking that question of what is the utility of drip? And I remember you talking about the future utility. And that was the first time I ever considered, basically you're looking at, the way I view it is a startup. I think in traditional money, you think like, oh, you're investing in a company that you've heard about and they're going to do this and they're going to do that. You're investing in a startup. That's ultimately what that is. And so that's how I viewed, a crypto that's, it's ultra high risk. What the heck is this going to be? There's no current utility, but there is future utility. If it's in traditional money in a startup, or if it's in something like drip that is, working on future utility, that's something that was, it took a second for my brain to wrap around that. Because when you were like, there's like not real utility yet, but there's future utility. I was like, well, I'm not investing in that. But then, so I guess I say that to say, for anybody, it's like, well, what's the utility of it? The concept of future utility. It's like one more layer deeper into crypto and DeFi. Does that make sense? Because if you were to come in and go ahead.
Well, so think of it like this: if you own some real estate and you say, you know what, I want to put up, I'm just going to leave it land. The carnival comes every once in a while and they pay me for the land. So you build up your capital for, let's say, a decade, right? And you go, you know what? I want to put a burger place here.
Yeah.
Right. So now that land, so the land was drip, but now I can do something with the land. I can put a burger place on it. That's my utility.
Yeah.
Right. And now let's go a little bit further into it. You say, well, if I own a burger place, the burgers are my utility, right? And the fries, the food are my utility. Yeah. So it's more than just, a crypto thing.
That's a great way to put that. That's a fantastic way to put that.
Well, you know me and seeing things.
That makes total sense. And what that is right there, like just that little slight bit of comfort that I gain is a little less of my ignorance of drip or of the DeFi space, or you could even say that in traditional money. That is the education that you're gaining when you're in this space more. So to you out there, if you're skeptical of this space, but you're optimistic and you think there's something here, like myself, the deeper you go, the more you study, the more you watch, the more you're going to gather without your even knowing it. Potter and I were talking this morning about one of the platforms that's coming out with their V2 here very soon. And this will be the first one that I've been in. I was in V1. I'm going to be in version 2. And I'm a wee bit anxious and a wee bit excited of I don't know, it's the first time. We'll see. Yeah. Interesting to see how that market will go and what will the mass appeal be to, the community. And so, yeah.
I hadn't even thought of it like that. When you said it, I was like, whoa, that is great. He hasn't.
Well, yeah, because I saw you, I sent that message back of that'll be interesting to see version 2. And you sent the emoji back like thinking, and I was like, I know, I totally know she doesn't know what I'm talking about. It's my first time. So
yeah, but it's going to be a big morning, and then drip week next week. So when we Forex announced, like we buried the lead. Forex announced that he's launching Animal Farm, which is directly tied to drip, as well as he's very excited about something else that will more directly impact the buy pressure on drip. And just for the record, buy pressure, I'm hearing old Matt. Buy pressure means, hey, I want it, So right now there's buy pressure on Teslas, right? There's sell pressure on anything that gets 1 mile a gallon. So he's coming up with ideas that can help people want to buy drip, including one of the things is a lottery. But I'm just excited because Animal Farm, when Matt got in when it started, Matt was too new. And it was way too expensive to get in. I had the capital to get in, but it was only because I'd done drip. And so, but it's going to make so many people millionaires. They got, they have to have money. It's not like you come in with $1 and you're like, oh my God, I got a millionaire. Remember, Matt and I, we talked about this as well. This is not overnight riches.
Oh, what a perfect segue. My God. So, and I think, I don't know if we mentioned this yesterday on the show or if we mentioned it off the call, whatever, that I've seen now the amount of work that goes into, and obviously specifically because of you, the amount of work and research and timing and understanding the community and understanding the terminology and understanding how basically just the macro view of how DeFi works. And like, you'll hit me up about this or about that, and how timing is just so critical for certain plays. And holy crap, the amount of research that goes into that it's not overnight. It's asinine, the amount of work that goes into it. When you sent me those spreadsheets, I was like, oh my God. So, yeah,
you're right. And that's what we want to offer you guys. Like if you want to say thanks to us and you have drip, airdrop to our account some drip, right? You don't have to follow us, but we're not going at the angle of telling you where everything is. We have great people like have been on the show, Mental Boy. Go to him. He's somebody that is, who puts in the time to take a look at things and gets out when he needs to. But we're here because we bring a unique perspective, an angle that is more informative. It doesn't make us better. It just makes us a different ingredient in your crypto soup.
That's a good way to put that. Yeah, it's funny because Potter and I actually when we started this show, we were considering the many ways, how you fund a YouTube channel, and how are we going to do it. But we just kept coming back to like, money obviously changes things, and we both just wanted this to be a documentative process, and who knows what it'll morph into later on, who knows, but it felt right to do that. And as a YouTuber myself for quite some time, of knowing what it takes to fund a YouTube channel, it was a weird concept, but it's been fun. And it takes a lot of like I don't want to say pressure, it's not the right word, but it allows me to get on here, and allows you to get on here and just be completely transparent, just document and not be like, 1000 APR percent. Like there isn't this like, it's a pressure. There isn't this pressure to deliver and like, all right, the views have to come because we have to make money from this. And if not, we're screwed. This is the byproduct of what we're doing.
Yeah. Like we had maybe 12 views. I don't care. Right. We feel good after every show that the content that we put out is going to help somebody in this crazy space. Right. They're going to see people not selling. They're going to see us talking. They're going to see our interviews with the people. We feel that we have had a value add to this space, and that's what we mean to do. right?
Yeah.
So there are things that we haven't even talked about yet. Like you talk about the way it's evolving. You
Yep.
know, there are blockchains. There is days of talking about Phantom or Avalanche. There is talk. There's so much talk we can do about different plays, different strategies.
Yep.
There's so much, but we're really just starting, and 3 months does not make comfortable that we've have enough content that we've covered all the areas. So we got a lot more to offer is what I'm trying to say, even though it took me 30 seconds.
No, you're good. The list is about, this long of topics and things I know just in your head, without a doubt. So I don't know. It's been fun. And I appreciate you tuning in. If you see this in the future, if you're watching today, drop us a comment and let us know what you think. Let us know what you want us to cover. Is there something that you're wondering about? If we don't know it, we'll find it out. If Potter doesn't know it, I'll be shocked. And but it's been fun. You got anything in closing?
Well, Ara, thanks for always showing up for us, big guy.
Without a doubt.
You're at number one. When we have a t-shirt, you get the first one.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Well, until next Thursday, builders, keep building.
Cheers.
There it is.
Whoop, whoop. That really